Hey guys, I know that updates and announcement videos are kind of faux pas on YouTube, but I figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot anyway because there's some things I want to talk about real quick before going forward with the channel. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me for the 3.5 years that I've been on this platform and the many more years that I plan on being on here. I wanted to go ahead and say as well that I have been having a blast over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Neko Service, and if you have not followed me over there, then please go ahead and do so. I'm actually going to be live over there here in a bit after being live briefly on this channel for a short amount of time, trying to push some more people over there because I'm involved in something called a partner push right now, which is basically fancy talk for trying to be a full-time streamer over there, as well as doing everything that I do over on my main channel. Partners have access to more frequent paychecks, as well as having access to emotes that they otherwise would not be able to give their audience as of right now. For instance, I've got a bunch of emotes that I've purchased and are available just sitting on my hard drive that I cannot actually let people use over on Twitch because we're only allowed 6 until we get partner status. So I'm trying to push to partner so that I can give you guys stuff like that for those of you who watch over on Twitch. Also, just in general on Twitch, I'm able to be just a little more free with my content, not in the sense that I can show more explicit stuff. That, I learned the hard way, was not the case. But in the sense that if I'm starting to get a few too many spoons spent during a show, I'm able to just kind of start playing video games and do that for a little bit. And the Twitch algorithm doesn't generally punish you for doing variety content in the same way that YouTube does. The algorithm has not been kind to me anytime that I've tried to push out anything even mildly resembling variety. So if you want to support my channel and what I do, one of the best things you can do is follow me over there and tune in whenever I am doing streams over there. And I'm trying to have the streams be a little later. I was doing 1 p.m. streams over here for a time, and I tried that over on Twitch, but it looks like my audience seems to be up at about around 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern going forward. So we're going to shoot for streams being around that time. That said, the next thing I wanted to get into is the fundraiser that we are doing right now. This isn't a charity fundraiser or anything. This one is unfortunately for me because, well, tax season is a thing, and I've already got a majority of the money for my taxes saved up and ready to go, but there is another chunk required before the 4 months hit, and I have that amount sitting there currently on Streamlabs for anybody to view and anybody to contribute to if they want to. But that fund serves two purposes. The first bit of the fund is going towards finishing off the amount required for taxes, but the second bit of the fund is going to be going towards making sure that we can have a 3D model on the channel, as well as the 2D model that we have right now. 3D models are decently expensive, but also the equipment to make them run is somewhat expensive, so if that is something you want to see on the channel sooner rather than later, then please consider dropping by that Streamlabs donation link. It'll be in the description below, and it is available for anybody to see anytime that I'm live streaming. If you want to see that stuff, we've also got a bunch of channel goals that are currently set up. In streams, you can just hit !goals, and you will actually see all of the channel goals that we are trying to reach with that fundraiser and the stuff that the community gets as we hit various points on that fundraiser. So, if you want to support that little project, then that's a way you can do that. And speaking of other projects to support, I have 2 other things I wanted to point out. First of all is the Sunset City podcast. If you have not already subscribed over there, it's a podcast that I run with Channel Pup and Game Apologist, where we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, and we pretty much get into everything about that franchise, not just the video games, but also the comics and the movies and news announcements and other creators on the platform and even fan games. Pretty much anything you can think of Sonic related, we probably talk about it over there. So if that's something that you want to see, if you want to take a break from politics and atheism, skepticism, and everything else, the more mentally taxing topics, then maybe we can just go chill out over there together. Speaking of channels that we can chill out together on, if you haven't checked out my Neko Service channel, that is a gaming channel on YouTube, and over there I talk about, video games. Stuff that isn't necessarily anywhere near as high demand or mentally taxing, and I really don't have a set schedule for releasing stuff over there yet, because I can't really afford to have a set schedule over there with the amount of uploads that I do on this channel, but if you want to see things like, say, a breakdown of Carl Heisenberg's character from Resident Evil 8, or you want to see my thoughts on the Nintendo Amiibo controversy with Skyward Sword's release coming out on the Switch, things like that, I talk about over on that channel, and if you want to see stuff like that, then the best way to do so would be to subscribe over on Neko Service. With all that said, I wanted to go ahead and thank each and every one of you who've been here for the 3.5 years that I've been on YouTube, and I'm really hoping that we can be here for 3.5 more years, if not more. I really have enjoyed turning this into my career, and I could not do this without all of you. So I wanted to let you guys know about the various things that I am dabbling in, so that if you want to support my work in any way, shape, or form, or you just want to follow me and follow all the other projects that I'm involved in, this is a chance to do so without necessarily having to find out in the middle of a video where you're listening to another topic, rather. Anyways, thank you guys for hearing me out on this little announcement episode. I know that it's, again, not the greatest thing to do on YouTube. Most people don't tend to watch them, but I wanted to go ahead and drop it out anyway so that I could talk to you guys about the stuff I'm involved in and various ways you can support the show if you so choose. So, thank you very much. You guys mean the world to me, and I hope to see you all live in just a few minutes. Insert end of video tagline here.